You really incorporated a lot of the things I mentioned last time into this current playing. So the tempo's right for you at this point. I predict that down the line you'll be playing it quicker. But for now, that you're comfortable with that and doing what you need to do within that tempo frame. Very nice. I think what needs the most work, the first part's quite good. The first part, okay? The second part, some of your ornaments are jump starting themselves where the ornament is coming before the beat. Now the ornament is on the beat with the left hand, so it must be on the first beat. When you have, most of those ornaments are on the first beat, aren't they, in the piece? Yes. Mm-hmm. Okay, so let me show you what I mean. So I'm going to keep your tempo. So here, we need to start with just 3 measures. We need to do watch. I'm doing your tempo. On the beat. Now this 3 and a less on the beat though. You see how the first note of the E here is going to be with the A? Mm-hmm. Yeah, now, but wait, what about that ornament? What happened with that would have disturbed the flow just now? It got a poke. The poke actually came in your left hand. So your left hand bass note in measure 18 jumped you. And so we started to hear the bass instead of what? The continuity of the treble line. Did you hear what happened? The bass popped out on you in measure 18. So be careful, because it goes from dominant to tonic, by the way. This is dominant. I'm doing your tempo. So I actually am dipping a little under that because it's tonic. It's 5, 7, 1. That's why you have to be really careful about bumping the A in measure 18. Keep it down. Right, keep it down. Pay attention to upstairs. This is the line upstairs. Not that button. Hear it?
Yeah.
Down that left. Right, make the ornament the same velocity as you had it here. Here you went. Here you have to go. Here you have to go. They can't get longer to be stretched out ornaments. They have to be fixed on their primary notes. Right. You just did it. Now, the other thing is, even though I'm telling you to resolve it, you still have to have 3 down. So this is probably now less. And then least.
Yeah.
That's so important to bring that down. What I would like you to do is really pay attention to the right hand here. Because what's happening is you're upstaging it with the left hand. We don't care that much about all those 5, 7, 1, 5, 7. We care about this. You should really practice like this. Watch. This is the whole thing. This is the strand to focus on. I really want to hear that separate. But what did I do? I matched the ornaments, and I also came down in dynamic diminuendo. So this left hand is getting in the way. Because we're not doing rubato yet, because you're playing too slow to do a real rubato. But you are a singing pulse, at least. Singing pulse going through it. You know what? You're going to start needing to get into your MF. The first 3 notes are roll into MF. You can't be tiny. Guess why? If you're too tiny, how are you going to come down in diminuendo in 3 measures worth of it? So you're going to go right away into watch. In the keys. Listen to, I'm pretty much up there. Now I can go less, S, right? I can do less each time. Otherwise, you can't. You have nowhere to go down. The first section was pretty sedate, right? The first section is pretty peaceful and sedate. This section, he lets things out. He's really like improvising, he's doing the arpeggios and all that, more speed. I don't mean speed is faster, I mean more notes with 8th notes. Now what happened here is another correction. I like your arpeggio. This was okay. Make a crescendo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's pretty big. Now I want to show you something here. Watch. The second one has to be more than the first one.
Okay. I was going the other way around. I was trying to make it softer than the other.
Guess what you did? You went like this. That makes sense.
Yes. Yeah.
It's the contrary. It's a la-la-la-la-dee.
Okay.
Or else you can't make a sigh down to the A. You're
Got it.
the quarter note down to the half note. But you
Okay.
don't punch the second one. What you do is you slow the entrance into the last beat. You slow your entrance into it. You delay it slightly. That's how we get it. It's an agagic, isn't it? It's surrounded by faster note values. So, ta-da-dee-da-da-dee. See? I didn't make an accent on it. I'm not going to make a pokey finger on it. I'm just going to like draw out the sound with a leaning on it. I think what you should practice is the arpeggio section leading to that.
Okay.
Ending there. Yeah, are you opening up? You're doing a little rotation here. Rotation. Hands rotating over to the octave. Yeah, because if you start trying to squeeze that octave out like this, you're dead. Can't do it.
Okay.
Yeah, you got to loosen your thumb. Let your thumb go and just open up your hand and do rotation.
Got it. Okay, let me try it one more time.
Yeah. I mean, you can't go overboard in delaying it, but a little bit of delay. Yeah, not overboard, of course. See? It was it wasn't that much. It was enough so I could draw more sound out of it. Then I'll fall down to the A. And better. Yeah, because that time I felt it sighing down to the A. Before I didn't. I need more on the last third beat.
Okay.
Better. Yeah, that's a lot better. You know, try to make these mental notes as you go along because you don't want to fall back into the other stuff.
Sure. Okay.
That's pretty good. All right. Now let me look at another place. Yeah, I think when you got into the climax section, again, you have to make sure your ornament comes with a downbeat and it doesn't get, a little bit fly away from the downbeat. Here's what I mean. I'm doing your tempo. On the beat. See? On the beat. And don't let that pop out. Don't let that A pop out. You're paying attention to the melody mostly. It's the melody that's king. The melody is king of its castle. It's a thread. And guess what? This is a little less because it's tonic. Then you're back into big, right? On the beat. Be careful of on your beats. Right? You're rolling into that forte. This is the biggest section.
Okay.
Major. We never had A major. Parallel major. Big place. Okay. Don't let that obliterate. Don't let that left hand. Remember, your left hand is like this. Watch. Right? It's not really trying to play loud. It's this hand that's doing it. See, it's the right hand. I don't want my left hand upstaging my right hand. You play dominant, you got to pull down to tonic. It's right here where you did this. Resolve it. A little bit down. See?
Got it. Okay.
Do that. You have a section that's the climax. It doesn't mean everything's going to be ragingly big. It has to be shaped according to harmony. And the other thing was, when you have a bass note that is alone and doesn't have a right hand, we do have to hear it, like here. Hear it, right? And now watch me here. Because here, I need to see. C, right? A little less. And remember, I'm playing at your very slow tempo. And I'll tell you something. When you play as slow as you are, it's harder. It's harder. Things will show more at a slower tempo. Will stick out. Good, because slow tempos are very hard. But when you play slow, you can play very musically and you can engage the audience. But things are going to be conspicuously out there when it's that soft. You could see why.
Yeah.
I mean, you've got a trill and it playing it slowly.
Yeah.
Now, what I do on the trill, which I don't recommend you do, is I do a 1-3-2-3. You know that's why I get a good trill. I get this, which is easier than for me than that. But I don't want you changing. Yeah, don't change your trill fingering because you're so used to that. I'm used to a 1-3-2-3, which makes me it less fatiguing because I'm rotating 3 fingers.